All right, here we go.
Sound the horn!
The 6AX Classic Breakfast with Nat and Westo.
It is Nat Westo from the Classic Brekkie, wrapping up another week. A short week,
Yeah.
but a full one, which leads us to the podcast.
It's been a full one because the lift has not been working here at the station, which means we're having to use the stairs.
There's only 2 floors.
Well, I know that you're physically fitter than me and you run up the stairs with those big lanky legs of yours.
2 stairs at a time.
Which is all fine. That's all well and good, mate. But when you need to go have a toilet break and you get to the station and your back teeth are already floating, well, there's the issue.
Well, there's a toilet on the ground floor, like halfway up.
Yeah, and you need
An
a
access
code to get you in, and I didn't have time to find that in my emails. So clean up an aisle staircase. No, listen, I know that I'm supposed to always go before I leave home because Mum always told us you have to go before you get in the car. But let's not forget, I'm keeping me fluids up, mate. So I finish a litre of water on the journey.
Wow.
So that's got to go somewhere, sweet.
It's a lengthy journey, isn't it?
It's half an hour, darling. And I'm a woman of a certain age. I need to start wearing those nappies.
I wasn't going to say anything. I've known people in their 20s who are like, I think I'm just going to get those because I'm too lazy.
Oh, my Lord. Okay,
Yeah.
well, I haven't got to that point yet, but give it another couple of years and I'm sure I'll be there. Toilets is a topic of discussion this week. In particular, somebody that got stuck in one of those drop toilets.
Oh,
You know.
yeah.
I mean, that's fraught with danger.
Yeah, that was unpleasant.
Listen, we're also talking about super fans because one of the guys at work here is obsessed with the West Coast Eagles.
Yeah.
Like a 10-year-old boy.
Well,
He's even got a suit with the West Coast Eagles on it.
yeah.
I mean, take a look at yourself.
Fan is short for fanatic. So
Well, fanatical fans.
and he is a super fan. So that got us talking about super fans of whatever, not necessarily football teams.
Exactly. And look, I'm a touchy feely person.
Oh, yes, you are.
It comes with the territory. I was born into it. But even I have my limits. So we're going to be talking about touchy feely people, as well as what decade do you wish that you were born in and grew up in? So for me, I went a little bit later than a lot of other people.
Yeah,
a lot of people were sort of saying, the 60s or the 70s. You said that, didn't you?
Yeah, well, I wish I was sort of born in the 50s so I could have grown up in the 60s,
In the
for the
60s.
music and the happenings.
Yeah, well,
so to
mine
speak.
went all the way back to the Renaissance period.
It did.
And there is a reason for it, which we will delve into shortly.
The 6AX Classic Breakfast with Nat and Westo.
One of my nightmares has actually come true, and thank the good Lord above, it has not happened to me. Because you know how I'm a little bit particular about toileting and where I use the public conveniences. I have to be in a real pickle to actually use a public convenience. I like my home and I don't mind using the public convenience here at 6AX because I know that I spray and wipe every surface nearly every morning anyway.
Yes, and there's only a couple of ladies here, so...
Exactly right. And at the moment, one of those is on holiday, so it's all mine. I can do what I want into the toilet or in the toilet.
Yeah.
A disaster has happened in the Northern Territory.
Oh, yes, I saw this in the news, yes.
A woman believed to be visiting the NT from Canberra with her family was using a long drop toilet at the Henbury meteorite craters, which are about 145 k's south of Alice Springs. Now, this just fills me with dread and fear because I had an experience once, I say once is the only time I've ever had to deal with it, with a long drop toilet. It's when I'd only just come to Australia and I remember going on a camping trip with friends and we camped near a long drop toilet, but nobody told me, don't look down. So I opened up the lid of the toilet.
No.
First thing I did, look down.
No.
Whatever was happening stopped happening, and I waited 3 days until I got back home before I used it. But this never happened, so this poor woman is using this long drop toilet. All of a sudden, she's doing what she's doing, and the structure has just given way. She's fallen down. And look, if you're one of the few people that don't know what a long drop toilet is, it's not a standard plumb system, all right? So the toilet's a seat over a deep pit, which has given way. She's fallen about 2 metres into this pit. She's landed in the waist below, and apparently it's reached waist height. I'm reading this and I'm already gagging. She's been stuck in there. Husband and the kids are like, oh, what's going on here? Trying to help her out. Couldn't help her out, so he's driven off with the kids 50 k's away. It's gone on for hours, and then thank the good Lord once again above, a local tradie is nearby. He stepped in and he said to social media, the lady's stuck waist high in waste, and there's literally nappies and fluid and human waste. That's what she's standing in. So what a man. I mean, I'm hoping that she gave him a good review on Google. He's got tools from his vehicle and he's dismantled part of the structure. He's broken through the walls and then he's rigged a system to actually haul this woman back to the surface. She's been in this for 3 hours. She was pulled free and she's only suffered minor cuts. I mean, good Lord, I hope she's had a bath in Dettol because you don't want those cuts getting infected.
No.
You scrub that. You stick on some mercurochrome. Remember Mum always going, mercurochrome will fix it.
Yep.
But just proves once again, doesn't it, that not all heroes wear capes. Some of them wear high-vis.
Nat and Westo, the only way to start your morning. The Classic Breakfast on 6AX.
Today, we've come over all touchy-feely, or at least some of us have.
Well, I was born touchy-feely because you look at my family and we're all touchy-feely. My brother, not so much. My mum, the volunteer producer, absolutely touchy-feely with complete strangers in the street.
Yes.
And you know when COVID was big, we're like, Mum, don't touch people, don't hug people. You're going to pick up COVID. Mum is what I like to call a close sitter. So I'll be on the couch and I've got a specific position on the couch. You know, I've worked my groove in there. Chris has one at the other end of the couch. Mum has her own chair. We've bought an armchair for her,
Right.
which sometimes she sits in. But generally speaking, I'll be sitting there and then Mum will virtually sit on my lap, like that close. Does the same to Chris, and Chris is not a touchy-feely person. Even after all the years we've been together, Chris is used to my mother now. But Mum will actually sit on you. Do you know what? We've got like 8 seats you can spread out on. Just sit away a little bit from me. I also have a brother-in-law. I thought I was touchy-feely, like I hug everyone and touch people. Not inappropriately. Well, there was that time. Anyway, my brother-in-law, so many times we've sort of said to him, look, Chris is not really touchy-feely. So it gets to the point now, after 20-odd years, Chris will just turn round to him and say, don't touch me. And I'm like, well, that's a bit rude. Chris is like, but I've been telling him for 20 years, I'm not a touchy-feely person. And yet every time he talks an inch away from my face and then rubs my arm, rubs my knee.
Oh.
And Chris is not that sort of person. Luckily, Chris is okay with me being touchy-feely.
Right.
Chris has learned that after 27 years.
Yeah, that's handy.
But touchy-feely, does it give you the creeps? Are you a touchy-feely kind of person?
I like how you worded it. You know, it's not harsh at all. A touchy-feely people an abomination.
Well, I'd be calling myself an abomination, which, quite frankly, I am.
Our boss, Tim, who also happens to, come on air after 9 o'clock, he was like, well, that's a bit full on. What about, do touchy-feely people freak you out?
Okay, well, that's probably a little bit nicer.
A little bit nicer. Says the same thing, but he's a bit like, he's a lot nicer than you.
Wouldn't be hard. You're not really a touchy-feely kind of person, are you?
With people I know, yeah.
Well, we've got a desk between us, so it's not really an issue. But when we were going out and we have a coffee or we have lunch or something, my hands are always on your knee or your shoulder, or I'm stroking your hand.
Very handsy.
I am very handsy. Luckily, Chris is not the jealous type.
Yeah. Colleen and Subiaco, touchy-feely people, do they freak you out?
It depends who it is. Mm-hmm. And I know that sounds strange. If it's a very nice-looking, handsome man, not at all. I'm being honest. But if it's someone random, no. As a child, somebody came up behind me and grabbed me, and it freaked me right out.
Oh, wow.
So now if someone comes near me, I'll exit stage left before they've got time to touch me.
What about if I came running up to you, Colleen?
Oh, well, then I know you, so that's okay. Okay.
I've got the tick of approval.
See, I don't mind someone
That's
kind of,
exactly.
giving me a pat on the shoulder or something like that.
Right.
You know, like I've just met them and they shake your hand and they give you a touch on the shoulder. That's all right. But it's when they get up in your space and they're talking to you. And they're like
Close talkers.
2 inches away from your face and like, wow, this is really uncomfortable. I feel like I'm about to get shivved in the showers or something in prison.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, so to speak.
No, that's just your fantasy. I think with close talkers too, Colleen, I don't know about you, but there is somebody that I know and he is a close talker and he has the worst halitosis, especially at the end of the day.
Oh, my God.
So when he's coming up to me, I take a breath and just hold my breath until he's finished because I don't want to have to tell him that his breath smells.
No.
Does he work with you?
No, he's an acquaintance, so I don't work with him. Hey, Secret Santa, I'll just give him some Mentos.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. There you go.
See, together we can fix the world,
But
Colleen.
we've solved the first world's problem.
This morning we have been discussing touchy-feely people and how you feel about them. Do they freak you out, Alan from Swanview?
This is not exactly touchy-feely, but someone that wants to talk to you, get right in your face. And you move back a bit, and they move forward.
Yeah, they keep following you, don't
Can't get them
they?
out of your face.
Have you got any tips other than sort of pulling back? Is there anything that you do, Alan, that prevents close
I do.
talkers?
It works every time. To jump on the toe. I soon go backwards then.
See, violence is always the answer. I love that, Alan.
Yeah, that's what I think.
The Classic Breakfast with Nat and Westo on 6AX.
I've often kind of felt like maybe I should have been born at least 10 years earlier.
Yeah.
Because I would have then been able to grow up during the 60s, which is probably my favourite decade of music. That British invasion, that whole 60s thing that was going on.
I've been thinking long and hard. Kept me up, tossing and turning last night in bed. What era would I have liked to have been born in? Do you know what I came up with?
What?
I would have liked to have been born in the Renaissance or the Baroque era. And do you know why?
Because the quality dental work?
Because I'd never have to go on a diet again.
Oh.
I would be a model and I would pose naked, revelling in my voluptuous curves, holding one of those little cherub babies in my arms and then, for some unknown reason, stroking a cat at the same time. Fat was in back then. They appreciated women with curves and
Rubenesque.
soft bellies. Yes, that was before your Kate Mosses and Victoria Beckhams, either of which would literally choke on a Tim Tam or a French fry.
Which decade do you wish you had grown up in? Ernie in Adelaide, what about you?
I grew up in the right era. I was born in 60, and through the 60s, through the 70s, the cars. You look today, you open the bonnet, you can't even see the ground. All the classic cars that everybody loves are all the big V8, all the Fords,
Yep.
all the Holdens, the Sandmans, and where were they born? Late 60s.
So you reckon you were born in the right era
Born in 1960.
because of the cars?
Yeah, cars, just the way of life. Everything was different. There was service. I mean, I grew up in a service station and I would serve and pump petrol from 8 years old. And if I could go back to that era, I certainly would.
Ah, the
I love
days when child labour was not an issue. Today we discuss the decade that you wish you'd grown up in, Craig from Spearwood.
You know that 1927 song, If I Could?
Yes.
I was having a bit of a think about what it would be like if I could live in a certain era. And it reminded me of a family tradition my family used to have, and that was the Sunday meal at home, all around the table. And it's something I've tried to continue with my family,
Yeah.
my young adult kids. Probably helps a lot considering they still live with me. We're talking one day about this, if I could go back in time. And they said, oh, so Dad, where would you go if you could go back in time? I said, if I could go back in time, I'd probably go back to that moment your mum says, do you want to have a family? And I'd say no.
Good morning to your wife and your lovely kids this morning, Craig.
Yeah, I could see that coming, but still I wanted you to get there. The question became, which decade do you wish you'd grown up in, Chris from Southlake?
I was born in 64, so I would like to say that I would have liked to have been born around 1955, 56. That way I could have enjoyed more cheap beer, more cheap fuel, been able to smoke in the pubs, get pulled up by the cops, absolutely maggoted, and they would just drive your car home.
Ah, the good old days.
And the music was a lot better, and you didn't have that stupid doof, 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 and there was no political correctness. You could say whatever you please
Yep.
and get away with it, and people just laugh. And now they look at you like you're Satan,
Yeah.
you know. And the cherry on top it would be, I would have already been retired.
Oh, yes, of course you would. You just look ahead for your retirement. What's that, another 10, 15 years?
Making every morning a classic. Nat and Westo, the classic breakfast on 6AX.
Can we talk about milk bottles?
Are you talking glass bottles?
No, just your average
Oh,
kind
your
of,
plackies, your placky bottles.
yeah, so I usually get mine from, one of the big 2 supermarket chains.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
None of the brands that I get have, those plastic seals. So you take off the lid.
Oh, and then you've got to take that
And
seal
then
off.
there's the seal.
Which is virtually imposter to take off, and then you've got to use your teeth,
Right.
and then you pull a tooth out.
So it's not just me then.
No.
Because there's seals and there's seals. There's the ones that are, a lot of chemical products have them and they're horrible and they're like foil. There's no tab. The tab that's in the corner of a tub of butter. It's
That you
easy.
can
go,
just peel.
You peel it off.
But these ones you have to gouge your fingernail in there.
So those chemical ones, like I end up getting like the pocket knife or something out and cutting it out. But then you're trying to pour like pool chemicals or something and it's got all squibbly bits in it. The fluid goes out.
It's all Bear Grylls.
It's just horrible. The milk one, you've hit it right in the head.
There is a tab at the top.
But it's
Tiny.
vertical and
Yeah,
it's
I know.
plastic and it's slippery. And I don't know what kind of like grip strength you need, like Gorilla Grip or something, because no matter how many times you dry your hands,
Still slipping
and
off.
and it's like I'm trying to get the edge of it. You can't just pull the whole thing. You got to.
Bloomin' hell, life is hard for you, Westo.
Oh, look, it's terrible.
Isn't it?
But I was questioning if it was me. I think maybe I'm just
No,
becoming
it's not.
old and feeble, or
Well,
older and feebler.
I mean, you are.
And then I went with the teeth thing, and even that.
Tried the teeth.
I've got a decent set of choppers.
Get in there with a knife, mate.
Well,
That's what I do.
Do you know what I resorted to?
What?
I've got like toolkits everywhere. They're in the the back of the car. They're
You're such
in
a
the
Mr.
kitchen.
Fix-It.
I've got into the little the toolkit that's in the bottom drawer in the kitchen that's got all the bits and pieces that you might need in emergency. Got the multi-tool out.
Oh. Is it the Leatherman?
Yes, opened it up, got the pliers, bingo.
Wow.
Could finally get into the milk that was not my regular brand.
So you won't be buying that brand again?
No.
Tim the Tool Man. That's what I'll start calling you.
Thank you.
The classic breakfast with Nat and Westo on 6AX.
Let's talk about
Up in the sky, look! It's a bird! It's a plane!
super fan.
Oh, I like how you've done that, mate.
You like
All
that?
that effort you've put into it.
We're talking about super fans off the back of one that we have here.
Oh, my
Look,
Lord.
up in the sky, it's Alan, the Eagles super fan,
Oh, he's so cute.
one of our sales guys.
He's like a 9-year-old boy because if you go into the office where the sales guys are, there's this whole shrine to the Eagles. He's got pictures up there.
A wooden carved eagle.
He's got the little cup as well.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the actual cup. But I'm convinced that his wife has just said to him, get
Get it
rid of all
all
that
out of the
rubbish. And he's gone, just take it all into work. It takes up half the sales room, all this paraphernalia for the West Coast Eagles.
And remember, he came in the other day and we were talking about the Derby, and while we're trying to talk, he's standing outside the studio window waving his West Coast Eagles lunch box.
Yeah. He's a grown man in his 60s.
He's older than me.
And he's got a West Coast Eagles
Lunchbox.
Do you know if it comes with a little bottle that you can put your
I
cordial in?
think his wife puts a little juice box in there for him. I'm not sure.
He is a big fan.
Just a super fan. So that's what we're looking for today. Super fans of anything. G'day, Gavin. What are you a super fan of, mate?
I'm a 6IX tragic. I've been living in Thailand for the last 6 months, and every morning I head out to the golf course, which is about 5 k's away, and I sit on a little stump and I read my digital copy of the West Australian and listen to 6IX.
We love people like you. Here you are, you're half a world away and you're still tuning into 6IX.
I am, and I love it, especially on Saturday night. I'm an old fart. I actually dance in my condo most Saturday nights.
Oh, that sounds awesome. And I've got to tell you, I love the old jukebox Saturday night as well. So if I'm ever in
it's
Thailand,
pretty
shall
good.
I look you up, mate?
You shall. Perth is beautiful. I love Perth. Lived in Perth all my life, but retired, headed over here, and I'll be back in Perth in another couple of years, I suppose.
Please swing by and let's do a jukebox Saturday night when you're back. But you've given me an idea because we've done one. Nat and I have gone and done one at the Wanneroo Sports and
so
Social
much
Club.
fun.
There's talk about us doing one at the Mount Henry Tavern. I've got an idea. Do you reckon they'd spring for us to do a junket to Thailand? Do a jukebox Saturday
From
night
your
there?
condo. We could be in your condo doing jukebox Saturday night.
Yeah, well, my condo, you could probably fit a dance floor with with about 3 people.
Well, there you go. That's us. That's the 3 of us.
Exactly.
Craig in Spearwood. What are you a super fan of, mate?
I am your biggest fan.
Is there going to be an insult after this, Craig?
No, I'm just hoping you'll give me something for free.
He wants the wine on Friday.
Super suck up, I'd say, not super fan. Today we're looking for super fans because we've got one in the building. There is an entire shrine in our sales office to the West Coast Eagles. So, Wayne in Maylands, hit us with it.
I'm a big fan of Drew Barrymore, so I've got all her movies on VHS and DVD.
Right.
I've got the books she wrote. I've got magazines she's been in, including one starts with a P. She did her
Popular
little...
Mechanics, I think, is the one.
Oh, with a centrefold.
Yeah, well, close enough, you know.
Watch out for the staples.
Yeah, I've got posters, everything is just all packed away at the moment. I did have it set up one day.
What, with all the posters
Yeah,
up on the wall, the bedroom wall?
Oh, yeah, I had everything.
Good Lord. You're married, aren't you?
Oh, hell no.
Oh, well, that's why. It's just Drew Barrymore posters and video games at your place, Wayne.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
I hope this was as much fun for you as it was for me.
The Classic Breakfast with Nat and Westo. Weekday mornings from 5:30 on 6AX.
I'm done. Stick a fork in me. I feel good.